Guys, if you like watching videos pertaining to Amazon Flex, make sure to like, share, and subscribe below, as I've completely revamped this channel to start talking about that. In my first video, I'm actually going to be talking about some news that I got through email from Amazon Flex that just hit out here. So some context here. I do live in Anniston, Alabama. So my nearest fulfillment center is Oxford, which is the next city over. This is a very, very small town. So yeah, much different from living in like Atlanta, New York, anywhere like that. So with that being said, though, the Amazon Flex app sent me some news, got an email and all that good stuff. And I'm going to be covering that with you guys here today. And I'm talking about a new block that just got released out here at Oxford. Guys, here's the thing. We only have the .com facility out here, the fulfillment facility for that. We don't have a substation. We don't have Whole Foods. We don't have any of the delivery for the foods at all. Pretty much it's just pertaining to the .com fulfillment center. Is it coming in the future? Probably, because we do a lot of delivering for all the Northeast Alabama area and Georgia. Believe it or not, we go into Georgia quite a bit as well and do a lot of deliveries. And I'll be doing a lot of vlogs and stuff like that moving forward on this channel. But we're getting into this in the news that I received. And let's go ahead and open up that news and show you guys what I'm talking about. It says starting July 15th, you will see offers for delivery blocks between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m., giving you more opportunities to earn. When it fits your schedule, you can view and accept these delivery blocks through the offer screen in the Amazon Flex app if you choose to schedule an early block. Essentially, and I'm not going to read the rest of this, it goes over your normal practices that you should be doing as an Amazon Flex driver. Arrive, if you want, up to 15 minutes early, don't be more than 5 minutes late, all that good stuff. Either way, now, a lot of people are going, well, how is that big news? Well, out here in the country, small cities, we only get certain blocks even given to us, period, because there's not a lot of people out here, right? So there's not a lot of opportunity for deliveries in general. On average, what you're going to see out here in the Oxford area when it comes to blocks is they usually start at 6 and they'll run till about, I would say, 8:30 at the latest is what I've seen in the morning as far as start times. I've only seen, very rarely have I seen a 2.5 hour block. I've only seen it like twice in the month I've been doing this total, but most of them are going to be 3.5 hour blocks. You'll see the occasional 3 hour block. You'll see the occasional 4 hour block, but for the most part, it's going to be 90% 3.5 and then sprinkled in 2.5, 3, and then 4. And I believe I've seen a 5 hour block one time, maybe, and I'm not even sure on that. So with that being said, clearly there is more opportunity coming into this area. We're going to be delivering a lot more. Now, the next question you're probably asking, well, if it's that early, does it pay more? And I actually got an offer this morning. I did not accept, but I'm going to show you guys kind of what that looks like as well. I actually have two offers here. The one on the bottom here is for the early one. Now, it said 4 to 8. This one has a pickup time of 3:30 a.m. going to 7 a.m., which is a 3.5 hour block for $73.50, which actually pays more than the one above it, as you can see, for a different date, obviously the 18th coming up. So, and that was $70 for a 3.5 hour block. But either way, I do have certain limitations on what I accept. One thing I've noticed is I've had the 2.5 hour block. I did accept the very rare time I seen it. I had to take it just to see what it'd be like. I'll personally never do that again, because the 2.5 hour block still sent me like an hour away to deliver like 5 packages and coming back, and they were all spread out. So it might as well have been a 3.5 hour block, because my 3.5 hour blocks, I tend to finish 45 minutes to an hour early. The 2.5 hour block almost took me the full 2.5 hours. So you get what I'm saying. The math isn't math in here, except they just paid me a lot less to doing a 2.5 hour block versus the 3.5. What you're going to see typically for pay out here. Now, granted, I get it, guys. You may sit there and say it's not worth it unless you're making over 100, whatever that may be. Cost of living here is a lot different than a lot of places. It is extremely cheap to live here. So $73.50 may not seem much to you guys, depending on where you live. Out here, it's not actually that bad, especially if you're doing 2 to 3 blocks per day. I personally never had the opportunity to do 3 blocks in a day because I just never have had it come up on my screen to be able to do that. Most of mine, I start at like 6:30, I end at like 10, and then I can't get another one until typically 5:30 in the evening. I've never had the opportunity to get that middle area, and I think it's because it's primarily when the vans, the actual DSP drivers, show up and get loaded, and they're doing most of their stuff. So I know they obviously have to have their own time to get all their stuff done, and they're doing the bulk of the delivering. But either way, I want to get in here and really talk to you guys about this and kind of show you, if you live in a small town, if you live around Oxford, this is kind of what you're going to expect when it comes to delivering for Amazon Flex. I personally like this way more than Lyft, Uber, Instacart. I do. It's because number one, you can schedule your stuff out. So I get offers days ahead of time. I honestly don't really accept those because I'm realizing if you wait till a couple hours prior to those typical block times, they're going to be paying quite a bit more, possibly up to 30, 35, $40 more if you accepted that scheduled, days in advance. But if you do accept the days in advance, you do know when you're going to be busy, right? And you do know exactly how much you're going to be getting. So it's not necessarily an all bad thing, but I would much rather still keep the flexibility, but accept it a couple hours, 2, 3 hours, ahead of time and still know around this time frame this is when I'll be delivering. Because I've never had an instance where I'm trying to go deliver and I couldn't pick up a block ahead of time a couple hours prior. It seems to always be a need out here to get people out there because we cover so much area in Alabama up here in the north that we're delivering all over the place. You're constantly delivering an hour in any direction, to be honest with you, as your first stop. So it gets kind of wild out here. But either way, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. I'm definitely going to be taking a couple of these super early morning routes in the future and kind of document that and giving you guys my take on it. Because I personally hate the evening routes. I love the early morning. You don't deal with dogs. You don't deal with people. Now I love Amazon Flex. I can blast my music, do what I do. I can eat. I can stop. I can take a pee. Whatever I need to do, because I heard the horror stories of the Amazon drivers, the DSP drivers, not even really being able to do that. You can still kind of do your own thing. You're going to be within the time frame, trust me, easily to deliver within that time frame, no matter what you got to do. If you want to stop and eat, pick up something, use the bet, whatever it may be, you're still going to easily stay within that time frame after maybe your first couple of routes when you get a rhythm down, used to and organizing your boxes and all that stuff. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely comment below if you guys want me to make videos on anything in particular. I'll definitely, like I said, be doing vlogs and all sorts of stuff like that. Other than that, see you guys next video.